Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are breaking down the absolute ultimate showdown at MetLife Stadium. We're looking at a World Cup final clash between two absolute giants of world football, two heavyweights that honestly took completely different roads to get here. I'm going to guide you through the raw numbers, the on-pitch tactics, and the undeniable narratives that are going to define Sunday's match.
Look, we've got to ask this hard question right out of the gate. Just think about the journeys these two squads have taken to reach this point. Argentina, they have survived. Spain, they have dominated. You've got one team here fueled by sheer grit and a little sprinkle of absolute magic, while the other is here because they have simply been structurally and statistically better than everyone else in their path.
Section 1. Chaos meets control.
So, did these two teams actually earn this final in the same way? Absolutely not. Spain has been honestly almost boringly efficient on their run. We're talking 6 wins, 1 draw, and a staggering 1 goal conceded in the entire tournament, which they just capped off with that clinical 2-0 demolition of France in the semifinal. Now compare that to Argentina. Their road has been pure, unfiltered chaos. I mean, they were dragged into extra time against Cape Verde, they had to fight back from 2-0 down against Egypt, they faced extra time again against Switzerland, and of course they were trailing England late before a stoppage time winner from Lautaro Martinez finally sent them through 2-1. One team is in absolute control, the other is living dangerously, and somehow getting away with it every single time.
Section 2. Messi's final mission.
It's kind of the uncomfortable question nobody really wants to ask, but it's staring us right in the face. Is Argentina's entire tournament basically just one man delaying the inevitable? Have they actually looked genuinely convincing without needing him to produce something out of thin air? 39 years old. Let that sink in. Even at 39 in what is absolutely almost certainly his last ever World Cup, Messi is still delivering the magic. It's just a sheer defiance of age at this point. He's currently tied for the Golden Boot, and he is still creating almost everything for his side. Look at the England game. He didn't score, but he assisted both crucial goals to bail his team out of a major deficit they really shouldn't have been in. This final, it might genuinely come down to whether he has one more legendary, game-changing moment left in his boots.
Section 3. The Spanish Machine. 36. Let that massive number just marinate for a second. Spain enters Sunday unbeaten in 36 straight matches. That's literally just one shy of the all-time international record. And ironically, that record was set by Argentina themselves between 2019 and 2022. That is not some small stat you just brush past. That is genuine, sustained excellence. We're watching a machine operating at peak efficiency.
But, okay, here is the critical counter-argument. Are they actually this good, or have they just avoided real adversity? Spain hasn't had to fight from behind a single time this entire tournament. Every single knockout game has either gone their way on the scoreboard early, or they've just calmly controlled the tempo from the front. We genuinely do not know how they're going to respond when they're finally backed into a corner late in a game, mostly because nobody's been able to put them there yet.
Which sets up the key battle on the pitch perfectly. You've got Messi's veteran craft, his just unmatched ability to find those tiny pockets of space at 39 years old, going head-to-head against Spain's suffocating, incredibly disciplined defensive structure that has conceded just one single goal all tournament. It's the ultimate test, right? Individual genius against collective organization?
And hey, amidst all that tactical chess, keep your eyes locked on Lamine Yamal. Because if this young phenom has a breakout moment on the biggest stage of all, this match could incredibly quickly pivot from a Messi farewell tour into a massive changing of the guard story.
Section 4. By the numbers.
So this is going to be the 15th meeting between these two iconic footballing nations. Historically, this matchup is dead even. 6 Argentina wins, 6 Spain wins, and 2 draws. But, and this is a massive caveat, they haven't met in competitive football since a 1966 World Cup game. So while the history books look perfectly balanced, it barely applies to this modern generation of players stepping onto the grass at MetLife.
The sharpest minds out there are viewing this as incredibly close. The prediction markets and bookmakers are giving Spain the narrow edge at roughly 58 to 60%, which leaves Argentina with about 40 to 43%. And honestly, this confirms exactly what neutral analysts have been saying all week. Despite Spain's dominant run and Argentina's absolute chaotic survival, this is a tight, completely open final. It is absolutely not a mismatch.
Section 5. The ultimate prediction.
Look, Argentina has gotten away with living dangerously all tournament long. They've been dancing right on the edge of the cliff, and they've survived. Spain, meanwhile, has this totally untested resolve. They haven't faced a true, grinding, must-fight-back scenario yet. When an immovable object meets an unstoppable force of sheer willpower, something absolutely has to give.
So here's the honest call. The prediction is Spain taking the trophy 2-1. Expect Argentina to score, and likely through, well, who else? Messi, in what would be a deeply bittersweet final World Cup goal. But ultimately, expect them to fall just short of back-to-back titles, against a Spanish side that is just too structurally sound over the full 90 minutes.
I'm going to leave you with this final thought to debate before kickoff. Is this Messi's fairy tale ending, the ultimate Hollywood script fully realized? Or does Spain's quiet, dominant 36-match consistency finally get rewarded with the absolute biggest prize in sports? Enjoy the match, everyone!